Hello everyone, welcome to Skills Build Training YouTube channel. My name is Mohammad Zubair and this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. So in today's video, we will have a review of GNOME 40 and we will have our first thought about it. So in this video, I'll be comparing GNOME 40 with GNOME 3.38 against the same features. For comparing both versions of GNOME, I'll be using Ubuntu 21.04. In one machine, I'll use GNOME 3.38 and in other one, I'll use GNOME 40. As you can see on my screen that in this machine, I am using GNOME version 40.0.0. And in here, as you can see that in this machine, I am using GNOME version 3.38. GNOME 40 has the support for the recently released GTK4 toolkit. Now let's see what are the changes has happened in GNOME 40 prior to its earlier version. The first feature we will be testing here is fast animation, or you can say the transition of apps. For example, in GNOME 40, if I try to open some app, as you can see here, they are opening really fast. For example, I have just opened a terminal. Now, if I want to open another app, let's say I want to open my files, I'll just click on it and you can see that it has opened very fast. Now, if we try to do the same in GNOME 3.38, for example, if I want to open my files and I click on it, it has taken a bit longer than the GNOME 40. Let's say if we try to open our terminal, for that purpose, I'll just write terminal and I'll hit enter. And here you can see that it has taken a bit long than the GNOME 40. So we can say that GNOME has worked really well in terms of its transition of its app or the animation of its app. So GNOME has a bit plus point here. Let's talk about the layout structure of GNOME 40. In GNOME 40, we have our workplaces and menus docked horizontally. For example, if I click on activities, we have the directory structure docked at the bottom and it is in horizontal position. So as you can see that I have my menus and my workplaces in horizontal position. In GNOME 3.38, we had the same option in vertical position. As here you can see that we have the applications, menus, or you can say that the icons in vertical position and they are docked on the left side of the window. But in GNOME 40, we have all these settings, all these positioning in the horizontal arrangements. For some people, it's a very positive change and for some it is not. And why is that so? So the answer is many people come to the Linux after using the Windows or Mac. So they prefer to have their icons, or you can say that their application, their software docked on the bottom horizontally as compared to vertically. Means if we are using Windows, we tend to pin our application or our software to the desktop bar, so that we can have the quick access to our application or our software. So in GNOME 40, we have the same option. As you can see that we have our menus docked on the bottom horizontally. So that one is a big change in terms of usability, or you can say that accessibility to our menus or our application. One more thing which is very noticeable here, as you can see that we have round edges of our screens, of our workplaces. This is my another workplace. Same is the case with this one as well. It also has the round corner. But in GNOME 3.38 or the earlier version from GNOME 40, we do not have these round edges. As you can see here that we have sharp edges and we do not have the round edges here. Now let's open our files in GNOME 40. And here, as you can see that it has opened very quickly. Now here I have my different options just like any other GNOME environment. I have same options like I have desktop, I have documents, I have downloads, I have other folders as well. And if we talk about the earlier version of GNOME 3.38, for example, if I open a file in GNOME 3.38, here you can see that in GNOME 3.38 we have same options, or you can say that we have same menu: desktop, documents, download, music. But the major difference is the icons here. In GNOME 40, they have used new series of icons and they have used new theme. As you can see that in GNOME 40, they have used the light theme as compared to the other version of GNOME like 3.38. As here you can see that in GNOME 3.38, we have a darker theme. As you can see that we have a darker bar here and we have a colored icons of our folders, but this is not the case in GNOME 40. One thing which is noticeable in GNOME 40 and GNOME 3.38 is if we look at the application menus here, you can see that we have a bit new type of icons here for every application. For example, if I show you here the text editor and see its icon here, and if we shift to 3.38, and here you can see that it has a different icon. Let's say we search for software updates, and here you can see that we have software and updates, software updater, and we have Snap Store. Just look at the icons of these three, 1, 2 and 3. Now let's shift to GNOME 3.38, and here if I search for software, and here you can see that we have software update, software and update, and we have Ubuntu software. There is a clear difference in terms of icon in both GNOME versions. So as we are here, one thing is very noticeable here. In GNOME 3.38, we have Ubuntu software as a repository for downloading, installing the softwares. Well, that is not the case with GNOME 40. If I shift to GNOME 40, here you can see that we have Snap Store. From here, we will download and install our software or the needed packages for our system. Now, let's try to open multiple applications in both of the version of GNOME. Let's try with GNOME 40. Let's say I open my files here. Along with my file, I open my LibreOffice, and let's open one more thing here. Let's say we open our terminal here. Now you can see that all these three applications are in this workplace. What if I want to move my one application into a new workplace? For that purpose, I just have to click on super key. Now I have to drag my application which I want to move into a new workplace. For that purpose, I'm going to move my terminal. I'll just drag it and I will drop it into my new workplace. Now, as you can see that my terminal has been shifted to a new workplace, and there is one more change which has taken place. We have multiple small windows at the top. Here is one small window, here is another, and here is a third. What are these? This is my default workplace which I was working on, and this is my second workplace where I have shifted my terminal, and this is the option for my third workplace. Means in case if I want to have one more workplace, I just have to drag an application and drop in here. And here you can see that I am dragging it. I am going to drop it into third workplace. Now it has been shifted to a third workplace. Now let's see how it take place in GNOME 3.38. In GNOME 3.38, I have my Ubuntu software open. I'm going to open a files here. Then I'm going to open my terminal here. So here you can see that all of these three are open in one window. So what if I want to transfer one of these applications into a new workplace? For that purpose, I have to press the super key. And after super key, I have to drag an application which I want to move to a new workplace and drop it into a new workplace. But in GNOME 3.38, instead of having those workplaces at the top and horizontally, we have our workplaces at the right side and they are in vertical state. For example, as here you can see that I have my one workplace which is my default workplace, and here I have an option for my new workplace. So I'm going to drag an application and I'm going to drop it in my new workplace. For that purpose, I will just drag it and I'm going to drop it here. And here you can see that I have created my new workplace, and below that I have one more workplace. Now, what about if I want to switch between my workspaces in my GNOME 40 and my GNOME 3.38? Well, we are concerned here with GNOME 40, so we will look how GNOME 40 work on that. And here you can see that after scrolling 3 fingers on my touchpad, my workspaces have appeared. Now I have 2 ways to switch between both these workspaces. One is I can use mouse here, and other one is I keep pressing my super key and I use scrolling from my mouse, or I can use my 2 fingers on my touchpad to scroll. And here you can see that I'm scrolling through my workspaces. One more thing which is very noticeable here in GNOME 40, and that is if we press our super key, and here you can see that we have options of our menus at the bottom and we have options of our workspaces. I can shift through my workspace, or I have option to open any new file or any new application from application menu. But what if I click on show applications button? If I click on it, here you can see that I still have my workspaces docked on the top, and I have my application menu as well. I can look through them and I can open any one which I want or which I need. For example, if I want to open this workspace from menus, I'll just have to click on it, and here you can see that I have shifted to my workspace. That is not the case with GNOME 3.38. Here you can see that I have my applications open here. If I press my super key, here you can see that I have my workspaces open here. I can shift through them, I can close any workspace, or I can add any application in my workspace as well. But what if I click on show applications button? Let's click on it. And here you can see that we have our workspaces docked no more. Now we have just our application menus in front of us. Now we have no option to switch between our workspaces. Either we can work with the application menus or we can work with the workspaces. What if I want to go through my workspaces? For that purpose, again I have to press super key. Again I have to press super key, and here you can see that I have my workspaces. But again, that is the problem. If I click on my menus button here, they are gone. That is not the case with GNOME 40. Now, question comes into mind that is there any problem with GNOME 40? Yes, there is, surprisingly. And that is, let's open our file manager first. For that purpose, I will just click here. And here is my file manager. And the problem is there is no minimize or maximize button. There is only close button here in GNOME 40. If I want to minimize or maximize my windows here or my file manager here, I'll have to right click on the top bar, and from there I have option to minimize or maximize my window here. But that is not the case with GNOME 3.38. As here you can see that I have icon for minimization and I have icon for maximization along with closing the windows. So at the end, if I were to conclude this, whether GNOME 40 is better than its earlier version or not, then I will say that GNOME 40 is way better than its earlier version. Although it is not matured yet, means there is no official support for GNOME 40 from the developer. As they say, it has an immature version at the moment. So we will have to wait for its mature version to come out. But at the moment, we can say that there are a lot of improvement in terms of functionality, usability, and accessibility. So that's it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to our channel and give a big thumbs up, as this channel is all about showing you how to become an IT pro really fast. See you in another video.